Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to The Situation. Today I have a gentleman here. I think he is now familiar, Prince Collins Njoya, the man who has fallen victim of some unscrupulous scammer. Now, last week we made a video trying to educate the public about Collins Njoya's issue, about his account getting hacked, and this scammer using his information, personal details, to get out there, to reach out to you guys, sending you friend requests, sending you messages purporting to be Collins Njoya and asking some lump sum amounts from his friends. So today we are making a follow-up. This is actually due to public demand. So many people wanted Collins Njoya to explain exactly how his account is being used by this scammer. So Collins Njoya is here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Collins, briefly, tell us about yourself. Who are you? And why would you fall victim of a scammer?
Thank you very much, Mr. Daniel. Like you all know, my names are Prince Njoya Collins, popularly known on Facebook as Prince Collins. I am a teacher working with the Cambridge School here in Doha, and I have worked with you now for I think 5 years now, and I think you know an insight of me. I think that is just a brief summary of who I am.
Well, Collins, the scammer, when did this begin? When did it begin? Can you tell us, please?
This started way back in 2019, around March 2019, yes.
2019, around March.
Yes.
And how did you come to know about it?
One fateful morning, as I was sleeping, I had several phone calls from friends alerting me that someone had put up my pictures on Facebook claiming that I am a scammer and I have been collecting money from people. I was so embarrassed and surprised. They told me, no, you need to come immediately on Facebook and see what is happening. When I went on Facebook, I saw horrible insults, people saying all kinds of things, oh thief, you will die, and so on.
All right, so this is when it came to your knowledge that somebody had hacked your account.
Yes.
So these people who had posted on Facebook discrediting you, were they the first victims?
Actually, what I know is that was the first time I got alerted, and this person was based in Dubai by name Esther Ngoche. She's also a fellow Cameroonian. We are from the same country. Yes. That was the first person that did this post on Facebook.
So since then, how many people have fallen victim since 2019 up to today?
Up to date, I think I've had about 50 victims who have contacted me personally on my private Facebook account, insulting me because nobody comes to joke. All of them come to throw insult, to tell me how I have collected money from them.
All right, and what have you done so far? What have you done to show the world and your friends that you are not the scammer, that your account has been hacked? What have you done? What steps have you, legal steps have you followed so far, have you taken so far?
We work in a country where the rules are set to protect the people. So when I got alerted, the first thing is I thought of my job, where I work. Being a teacher, you have to be...
Your reputation is at stake.
Yes, the reputation is at stake. And you have to be a role model.
Absolutely.
So I thought of, what if this thing gets to the point that it will start affecting my colleagues? We are working with a staff of over 2,000.
Yes.
So you don't know who is who. I thought maybe with time, this person might start contacting my colleagues and extorting money from them. So the very first thing I did is I had to meet with my immediate boss, that is the quality controller of my school, to report this situation to him. And he advised me to go to the cyber crime unit here in Qatar and report.
So you've already reported this case to the cybercrime unit.
Yes, I've
Do you
done
have evidence for that?
I have evidence because when I went there, they took record and I told them, could they give me a paper to show that I have been here? They told me when I come in, they take records. There is no need to give me a paper, and they have taken down my statement and so on.
So you were telling me even today when we go to the cybercrime unit here in Qatar, we will find your report.
Yes, you will find my reports because I've not been there only once. The first time I went there, I was uncertain, very unsure that maybe they did not do what I wanted. Then I had to go again for the second and the third time. And they told me not to worry. The fact that I have entered, the camera had seen me and the police officer at the gate had taken report.
All right, fine. So that is here. Most of your victims, as you say, are mostly Cameroonians. So what about in Cameroon? What have you done in Cameroon to report this issue? About this issue, what have you done there?
Last week, I remember I showed you a letter that I've written.
Yes.
I've written.
Yes, that letter is now in the public domain. If you watched our first video, you'll see the letter there. So it is in the public domain. So that is the letter you're talking about?
Yes, I wrote that letter. I've deposited one of my cousins working at the airport. I gave him one because most of these people were threatening that they will be waiting for me at the airport when I'm coming back to Cameroon. And I will have to pay that money there. So I was scared that something might happen. Maybe they might even beat me up somewhere and I will not know what happened.
Exactly.
So I had to write that letter. I deposited at the airport. I deposited in Yaoundé and I also deposited in Douala.
All right, those are the steps you've taken so far. Those are good and legal steps so far. So then, just briefly describe how these people are using your details, to con the unsuspecting public.
Mr. Dan, this scammer must be an expert. Because like you said, hacking my account, I don't really know the real definition of hacking because I'm not an IT expert. But looking at things, I have access to my Facebook account. I'm the only person manipulating my Facebook account. No one has my password and so on. So I think what this guy does is, when I post a picture, he goes and downloads it. If you look critically, recently I have not been posting pictures on Facebook. So the pictures he is using are pictures that I had in the past. Like for instance, he has my pictures and that of my son.
All right, so technically this guy has a separate account. He has opened an alternative account with your details.
Yes.
Taking your pictures, posting them on this alternative account, sending friend requests to your already
my friends.
Friends.
And those that are not even my friends.
And those that are not your friends. So these are the people this guy is trying to scam.
Yes.
All right.
And his target is mostly young ladies. Because most of the victims that came to me are young ladies who are desperate for marriage or young ladies who are desperate to travel to Canada.
All right, so listen to this. Hacks are not a surprising concept. After all, a new hack is being deployed to businesses, organizations, or individuals every 39 seconds. Now, in recent years, there have been several substantial data breaches, from LinkedIn 2012 attack that leaked out email addresses 4 years later in 2016, to Facebook's major breach in early 2018, and also in 2018 when Instagram users were locked out of their accounts. The list goes on and on and on. Now, hackers are always looking for new ways to hack people, while there will be always the blatant obvious attempt. Social media hackers are getting smarter. Now, hackers are hiding their attacks within apparently innocent social media posts. This is exactly what happened in the Pentagon in 2017. One worker clicked on a Twitter link that advertised a family-friendly vacation, and in one fell swoop, Russian hackers had the access over Pentagon officials' computer. Now, but what are some of the most common social media hacks? Number one, spoofing. Spoofing is a type of scam in which criminals attempt to obtain someone's personal information by pretending to be a legitimate business, a neighbor, a friend, or any other innocent party. Now, there are several kinds of spoofing, including email spoofing, text message spoofing, caller ID spoofing, URL and GPS spoofing. So, in short, since there's a form of online communication, spoofers are trying to scam their way into it and into your identity and your assets. So your account would have been spoofed if another person is maliciously using your details, masquerading as you, impersonating you, using your details to con other people. Another very common form of cybercrime is phishing. Now, this is the crime of deceiving people into sharing sensitive information like passwords and credit card numbers. As with the real phishing, there's more than one way to reel the victim. But one phishing tactic is the most common. Victims receive malicious emails or malspam if you want, or a text message that imitates or spoofs a person or organization that they trust. Maybe it can post like a coworker, a bank, or it can come from a government office. Now, when the victim opens the email or text, they find another lead to a they find another lead to a website. Now, this website will immediately tell the victims to take action or risks some consequences. The most common action that they will tell the victim to take is logging into this what appears to be legitimate website. They log into the website, they leave their details there. So if users take the bait and click at the link, then they will be requested to log into the website. And then from there, their identity, their personal details will be stolen. And this can be used to access, their banks and other very vital accounts of theirs. Well, Facebook cloning is another example of a cyber attack. Now, in this kind of attack, a scammer clones a victim's Facebook account or any other account by stealing their personal photos and information and creating a new account with their stolen identity. Now then, they can proceed to friend request people on the targeted victims' friends list or contact list, many of whom definitely might accept the request because they believe the person has simply made a new account. All right, so this can be dangerous, all right, because these scammers can build a believable profile. Then they will utilize their stolen identity to manipulate friends into sending them mostly money. Well, so you listened to the descriptions of spoofing, phishing, and cloning. So technically, what you've described, what are they doing to your account? They are getting your personal information, creating a separate account, and then sending friend requests to your
Yes.
people in your contact list.
Yes, exactly.
So technically, it is a mixture of both spoofing,
spoofing
and
and
cloning.
Yes.
This is exactly what they are doing to your account.
Yes.
So they have not actually hacked into your account, because if they hack into your account, what it means is that they have control over you, whatever you post in your own account. They have your password, they have your everything. So they have control over your account. That is not what they are doing.
That is not what they are doing. They don't have control over my account. What they are doing, like you rightly said, is spoofing and cloning.
So instead, they have a separate Facebook account with the name Prince Collins Njoya.
Yes. Not necessarily my name. They have other names, but they have my pictures.
They have, all right. So they have your picture. So in other words, what they are trying to do is getting your pictures,
yes,
putting into a different account altogether.
Yes.
And then sending friend requests to people in your contact list and even other friends.
Yes, that is exactly what.
That is exactly what they are doing.
Yes.
All right. So ladies and gentlemen, you heard him. That is exactly what is happening to him. He is a victim of yet another cyber attack. As he has rightfully said, he has reported everything to the authorities. This matter is under investigation. The criminals are still at large, but we hope that with the kind of urgency the matter deserves, and since it has been reported, it is just a matter of time. It's a matter of time before the criminals are brought to justice. Let Collins also receive justice, because like we said in the previous video, and like he has rightfully explained, his life, his reputation is at stake.
Yes.
His friends, both here and in Cameroon and in other parts of the world, believe that he is the real scammer. Because this guy even uses his, face to make calls.
Video calls.
To make video calls. So you believe exactly that this is the man. There is an application, there is an app that can do that. Through the same procedure, through the cloning procedure, somebody can still use your photo, all right, into a video call, and then it appears him is talking behind the scenes, but because this app can manipulate things, you will believe that it's the one talking, yet it's not the one. So this is the predicament in which Collins finds himself, ladies and gentlemen. So you heard from him.
Yes.
You have your parting shot, Collins. You have anything to say?
I would just want to advise young ladies in Cameroon that marriage is not something that you have to force, especially when you see foreign numbers, because I see these foreign numbers are really deceiving, because this guy, whatever he is doing, he's using a Canadian number, convincing these ladies to fall in love with him, making them to believe that he will come back to marry them. Then what he does is he claims to be in trouble and that he's unable to send money immediately. That is his strategy. That you can borrow some money from a friend, or you can give some money, then tomorrow he will send the money double. So I think it's an issue of gluttony from our ladies. They are desperate and they have what we call gluttony for money, greed for money, and so on. Because so far, no man has ever contacted me to attack me.
So it is only ladies that are falling victim to this guy.
Yes.
So ladies, there you have it. You heard it. Please be wary of such people. Somebody promising you marriage.
Yes.
Or they are promising you heaven, and what they are delivering to you is hell, because they con you at the end of the day. You lose your money. You understand? And perhaps you borrow it from somebody else. Please, ladies and gentlemen, be wary of such people. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is Prince Collins. I want to believe that he has explained himself explicitly very well, and you understood how this scammer is going around using his details to con you.
Yes, exactly.
So please, help us spread this message. Prince Collins is not
a scammer.
A scammer.
Share the video, please. Share the video. We are on YouTube.
Yeah, we're on YouTube at Dan Makokoth. Please, the link is now appearing under the screen. You can click on that link and follow us and subscribe to our YouTube channel. At the same time, there is a video we made on how you can know that you've been hacked. So please watch that video and learn. Understand how you can detect that somebody has hacked your account. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time, stay blessed.